Yo, what up, vendors? Welcome to the Vendor Booth. On this podcast, we dive into the world of being a vendor with a little BTS, a little DIY, tons of tips and tricks, and every now and then we chop it up with vendors from around the country. On this episode, well, this is the pilot, so allow me to introduce myself. I couldn't sell my handful of t-shirts to 125,000 people. I fucking suck. Here we are, wound up back at New York Comic Con a year later, and this time there's a bigger problem. Conflict happens. I can't sell my t-shirts. It is what it is. I leave from New York Comic Con pissed. I get home and I'm like, I gotta create something that nobody could compete with, right? So I'm doing my research. I'm on YouTube and the feed is, they feed you whatever videos, suggest videos, and there's this elderly lady that's on my screen, and I picked the video and I'm watching this lady etch glasses. And I'm like, I could do that. So I run out, pick up some supplies, come back home. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I got my first etched glass. I'm like, So I'm messing with it and I'm making these glasses. 2 days later, I show it to one of my neighbors. He buys a glass from me. 2 days. Barely even knew what I was doing, but sold my first glass in 2 days. I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep it under wraps. I'm going to get nice at it. So I spent the next year just developing the skill set. And I'm still going to all these shows and helping out with the booth and doing all this stuff and helping out all these clients I got with their booths and stuff like that. Finally, New York Comic Con rolls around. And this time I decide I'm going to go 2 days. And this is 2014, I want to say. 2014. Show up Saturday. I got my case of mugs, all etched. I got one case with me. In that case is a dozen mugs. And one of them wasn't even for sale because it was a mug I made for someone. And I just took it for display purposes. Now, the box, I got it in a bag so nobody could see what it was. We there Saturday. At this point, New York Comic Con is 150, 170,000 strong in terms of attendance. It's growing like bananas. And we there Saturday, and my fear of failure had me like, you ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing. So I choked up and didn't put the product out on Saturday. And then Sunday came, and it's the last day of New York Comic Con. And I'm there the entire morning. Should I put it out? I'm having this conversation with myself internally. Should I put it out? Should I put it out? My inner voice is like, you suck. They whack. You're not doing nothing. Finally, with about 3 hours left to go on the show, I get up the balls to pull the box out. And I pull the glasses out. And some of the people inside the booth that were working there started laughing and cracking jokes, snapping. I get my spot. I put my merch up. 5 minutes, the first glass sells. 10 minutes, second glass sells. 20 minutes, third glass sells. Then there's a pause, maybe about 15, 20 minutes. Another 3 glasses sell. And within 2 hours, I sell all 11 glasses and had an offer made for the 12th glass, which I couldn't sell. And now there's an hour left in Comic-Con and I'm freaking pissed. I'm so pissed at myself because I don't have a problem with trusting in what I create. I've never had a problem with trusting in what I make. It's never been a question for me. But I allowed my past experience of failing with the t-shirts to not give these glasses a clean slate. I went home mad. Even though I sold out, I went home pissed. And I took that negativity and I applied it to starting to get really good at my craft. And I start making glasses and I start doing what I was doing. We doing all these shows. I'm selling glasses. New York Comic Con is coming up. I decide I'm going to take more glasses. I'm a year selling glasses, basically. Take more glasses to New York Comic Con. I do better. Another year goes past. I'm doing all these shows, maybe about like 10 to 12 shows a year and pop-ups and all kinds of things. And I'm selling glasses left and right. I got custom orders coming in from everywhere. By this time, 2 years, 3 years in, I've already sold, I'm well into the thousands of glasses sold. And all the years that I did New York Comic Con, I was gifted a position in the booth. I had never paid for a spot for my merch. And at this New York Comic Con, as it closed, I was like, yo, I want to pay for a wall for next year. This is what I'm telling my client at the time. And he was like, all right. I said, give me the worst wall in the booth, the one that you don't use. So I get this wall, 2x8. I take the next year to start prepping for it. I lay everything out. Like, it's a totally different mindset because at this time, I'm still not a full-on vendor. I'm still an assistant / going into becoming a vendor, right? You know, I can't call myself a vendor when I'm not paying for the booth space. I'm not going through the whole setup. I'm not really responsible for anything except for my own product. So I wouldn't call myself a vendor. You know, I was going in that direction. Here we are. Now I got this game plan. I'm going to bang out and I start going through the motions and we get to New York Comic Con the next year. This is like 2016, 2017 in that area. And we get in there and now I'm there for 4 days, which is the entire length of the con. It's actually 5 days, but I'm there for the 4, which is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Set up shop and them freaking doors open and units just start going. Case after case after case. And I'm like, yo, I got to get the hell out of here because I got to make more. So I sell 3 cases. I come back with 4 the next day. I sell 6 cases. I come back with 8 the next day. Before I knew it, I done sold close to 24 cases of mugs, I believe it was. I don't even remember. All I know is it was the freaking best experience I ever had with any show. Complete, like, terms of money. Oh my God, the most money I ever made at a show. In terms of performance, best performance I ever had at a show. Just like crazy home run. Like you getting up to bat, home run, just knocking them out the park, right? And just as I was at that ultimate high with New York Comic Con, it was over.